My boy Kai Cenat, he's got what we call heavy motion. A lot of y'all be like, oh, how do y'all watch Kai Cenat? How do kids watch this? He popped out in NYC. He popped out. Shut the whole block down. Ooh, yo. I'm proud of that nigga Kai. But all seriousness, since I'm a huge fan of AMP, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with them. I like their movement. For the people that don't know what's going on, because it's probably a bunch of old heads that's like, "Arr." Kai tried to do a good deed. He wanted to give away PS5s and he wanted to give away computers and all that other stuff. There's 3 states that you should never go to: Ohio, Florida, and New York. New York is a different breed. New York is the only place where you can see 2 naked crackheads fighting and you just go on about your business like it's a normal day in the office. It's normal. So when Kai pop out and he was in New York, niggas in New York be wildin'. Now the only thing I gotta say about Kai Cenat, if you didn't get a permit, they gonna cook you, my boy. They gonna cook you. It's like when Travis Scott, he did some type of shit and he started a riot or some shit like that. But I don't think Kai is gonna be locked up. Kai gonna be straight. They probably gonna hit him with a huge fine. The next time he wanna do something like this, you gotta get a permit, especially if you a big influencer. But I don't want to say that's Kai's fault. The management and all that other stuff behind the scenes, they have to take care of that type of stuff. But this is what we call heavy motion. Heavy motion, bro. You know how heavy it gotta be to go back to your hometown? This was in Manhattan. I don't even think this nigga was in the Bronx. He was in Manhattan. Union Square, Manhattan. Heavy motion, nigga.
Breaking news that we're following out of Manhattan's Union Square. You're taking a live look there right now as the scene continues to be extremely chaotic. If we can get a closer look here in just a moment from our Skyfox cameras, you can see this black SUV in the middle here. People are pushing this vehicle back. If you look closely, that's what's happening. And looks like we're going to get a closer look here. People are on top of this SUV. They're pushing it back. People are on top of it.
Niggas is wildin'. See, they had to know that. I'm not going to say they had to know, but every nigga wasn't going to get a PS5 and streaming equipment and all that other shit. It was damn, yo, brother. They niggas was wildin', but at the same time, Kai, Phantom, and them AMP boys, they got heavy motion. If you ain't got, you know what I'm saying? Your favorite rapper that go back to their hometown can't pull this type of crowd. These niggas got heavy motion.
This mail carrier truck to the right.
But these niggas is wildin' though. These niggas ain't wildin'. These niggas is wildin'. These niggas is fucking going ape shit.
As well, and this is what's going on in Union Square right now. A complete chaotic scene there. This is an area that people had gathered to for a streamers giveaway, promising things like PlayStation and different free items that were being offered here. People gathering for this, thousands of them, and it has turned into a very violent event. And look at this, people are just pushing this car back. So this is an area, again, the police are telling people to avoid for this very reason. You do not want to be driving through here as they tried to get this area under control right now. It looks like there's people even inside of the sunroof of this car. I'm not sure if this was their vehicle or if they forced their way in. It looks like our team at Fox 5 in New York is live on the scene right now. Let's take you out to their coverage here next.
It will be bypassing the Union Square stop. There was construction at one of the entrances, but at another shot that we were seeing a lot of people blocking that entrance. And we will have a crew headed to this area as well to give you live reports from the ground. But you can see just the sheer amount of people, traffic at a standstill in that area around Union Square as well. So stay with Fox 5. We will have the latest for you, even on our website. But you can just see the sheer amount of people out there. Crowds continue to grow out.
Now, come on. You know all these people ain't out here to get... Some people you got out there that's trying to support Kai. You know what I'm saying? Some people was trying to see if they can get lucky and get a PS5 and some streaming equipment. But let's be honest. You got some niggas that's just coming to this riot and they just want to fuck shit up. They want to come to this event and fuck shit up. They see everybody else wilding the fuck out, so they want to join to let off some fucking steam. You know, NYC, New Yorkers are the most aggressive people I've ever met on the fucking planet. Like, I really think that if you from New York, you've been aggressive since you was 3 years old, my nigga. Like, out the womb, you was just saying, like, out the womb, you had Timbs on, jean shorts, and a New York fitted in a black and mild. Just aggressive as a motherfucker. Some of these niggas just popped up at this event so they could just fuck shit up. They wasn't trying to get no PS5. They just tried to look for a reason to fuck shit up.
Out there, and we're trying to monitor the situation. We're talking to Dan Rice earlier, who said that there were police out there with plywood. There was a line of police. It looked like they were trying to disperse the crowds. Crowds came in. We saw the officers dispersing them, but you know, it's escalated quite a fair amount since we've gone on the air in just the last few minutes. And since 3 o'clock, these crowds have truly grown. Now the MTA stepping in, of course, so no subway stops there they're just bypassing Union Station because of how many people are out there right now. If you're just joining us, this is a scene.
Damn! Like that? But that's what happens when you got heavy motion.
In Union Square, chaos unfolding and breaking out, all because of what we believe is a massive giveaway for this YouTube sensation, Cenat. Looked to be giving out free gaming controllers, gaming systems.
They're so out of touch. He was giving out streaming equipment and PS5s. And you know niggas can't get that. You know, we in a recession. I still ain't get my PS5. You know what I'm saying? Pockets is looking a little slim right now. So yeah, I might go to NYC and I might try to get some free shit. Now, I ain't gonna be breaking shit and, you know, bugging the fuck out. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. If Kai didn't get a permit for this shit, yeah, they gonna cook his ass. They gonna cook his ass. They gonna cook his ass. He gonna get cooked.
And we believe he's in that SUV that's backing up, and it's drawn all those crowds. We've got someone on the phone right now who can give us a better idea of this scene. And who is that? A former NYPD officer is joining us right now.
Look, is that Phantom in a green shirt?
Sir, Dan Porcher, can you hear us right now? Dan, are you there? Mr. Porcher, can you hear us? Okay, that we don't have the phoner right now. But again, if you're joining us, this is live, large crowds surrounding an SUV that is backing up in Union Square. We've got this phoner now. And we are trying to get a hold of someone. Darren, can you hear us, sir? Darren?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Hi. Thanks so much for joining us. Can you give us a little idea of what is going on right now and set the scene?
Sure. What you have is an influencer that did something we refer to as a pop-up, whereas they were going to distribute a series of goods. However, you had such an overwhelming attendance of people that responded. So I think they got in front of the NYPD, and NYPD is somewhat behind the eight ball on this. So one of the first things that you want to do is you want to block off certain streets.
Yo, that's a lot of fucking people. That's a lot of fucking people.
That quadrant of Union Square on 14th Street is very important for you to stop traffic on Irving Place up to University Place on 14th Street. What that'll do is that'll prohibit vehicles from driving in and out of the location because we don't want someone to get hurt. But in addition to that, you're going to want to establish an emergency lane. Now, right below Union Square, you have a transit district. So based on having that transit district below Union Square,
damn,
you're afforded the ability to get officers upstairs. But that transit district...
Oh, yeah, they about to give him an NBA fine. They about to get that nigga the fine of hell. Yeah. Kai, you my boy. And I'm pretty sure he didn't know that this was going to turn into this. I'm pretty sure he just wanted to do a good deed. He wanted to give back to the city of New York. But if he didn't get a permit for all this shit, yeah, they about to hibachi his ass with that fine. They about to cook his ass with that fine.
Has a very limited number of officers. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to use, when I say you, meaning the NYPD, they're going to have to work in concert with the SRG unit to come down to work towards the crowd control. The SRG unit is the best unit in the NYPD as it relates to crowd control. And so right now it seems as if it's a crowd control issue, but as time builds, you're going to bring in greater resources from the police department to ensure that you have access and hopefully disperse these people as soon as possible, because it's clear that they don't have a permit and we just don't want some.
Yeah. That's what's going to fuck them over. That's what's really going to fuck. They about to hit. Look, AMP got the bread, but they about to tax these niggas for doing this shit.
Let me get hurt.
And for anyone joining in right now, we're speaking with Darren Porcher. He is a retired NYPD lieutenant who was with the department for 20 years. And sir, you're talking to us about crowd control. It looked like at one point so many people were on top of that Union Square station, pulling people on top of that structure. I mean, we didn't see any officers in that area. Where do you think they could be? And I guess, like, what would you do in that situation?
Well, I did see the people that were on top of the subway structure, and that is a point of contention where you want to move people. But right now it appears as if a lot of the crowd is assembling in the street. And as I mentioned, the significance of shutting down those streets to vehicular traffic is very important, because we want to now open that emergency lane to allow police to get in, and if God forbid somebody gets hurt, have an ambulance that has the ability to assist.
Right.
Because it's a pop-up, it becomes very challenging, because you have officers that are positioned in different parts of the city. So I'll give you an example. This is happening in Manhattan.
Niggas is on top of it. This niggas is crazy.
South. The patrol borough for Manhattan South is on 21st Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. So what you have happening right now is a mobilization of officers in all commands in the area of Manhattan South, so you can get them to that area as quick as possible.
Darren, Antoine Lewis up here. Stay with us for a moment, because now we're saying, oh, someone just fell off the back.
You only get this type of treatment if you got heavy motion.
Back of a car, what we're looking at now. I was just about to ask you, what do you do first in this situation?
All right, I ain't gonna. Yeah. They just talking about what it is. Yo, they probably had to arrest all these AMP niggas in order to get the crowd to disperse. That's the only way that you can get a crowd like this to clear up. Because I saw that didn't Kai get arrested? Look at that nigga face. Oh, they picked his little ass up. Yeah, they had to arrest him. It's crazy. I heard they arrested Duke and Agent too. Phantom, he the only one to tell the story. He the one that pill. He the only one to tell the story. All right. So the chief of the chief of New York City? He has something to say.
It was quickly determined that an influencer was posting on social media about showing up to Union Square and was encouraging all of his followers to come to the park. There was some posts also about giving away some gaming systems. At approximately 3 p.m., the post went viral, and thousands of people began to arrive at Union Square.
So yeah, that's his management's fault, because if the post went viral and people knew that he was about to pop out there, why wouldn't his manager be like, all right, cool, Kai, you got these people that's about to show up? Let me make sure I tap in and get permits and do all. It'd probably take a while to get permits and all that other shit. I don't know how long it takes. Y'all can let me know in the comments, but if they had a plan to come to New York and give away goods, which is not a problem, they should have made sure that they got permits. That's the reason why this shit was chaotic.
In the park.
But that's not, I mean, it's Kai's responsibility, but at the same time, it's his management, assistant. They got to get all that shit together.
And the surrounding streets were overrun with people. They were obstructing both vehicular and pedestrian traffic. The NYPD responded by calling a mobilization in response to the large crowd. As the crowd grew, so did our mobilization. The crowd was swarmed when the influencer finally arrived at the park.
Damn.
Individuals in the park began to commit acts of violence towards the police and the public. There was a construction site within the Union Square Park, and people broke into the park and they began to throw articles that belonged to the construction site.
Oh yeah, you see what I'm talking about? See, at that point, you're not going there to get no PS5, or you're not going up there to support your favorite influencer. You just going in there to just fuck shit up. You just going in there to fuck shit up. Let's just be honest. You go to a construction site and you get a whole bunch of shit and start throwing shit at police officers. You just going there for your own motives. You're not going there because you support Kai. You're not going there because you might maybe get a PS5 or maybe get a streaming setup, which I don't like. Look, this whole setup, nigga, it ain't like you could just walk in the middle of the street with all that shit. Nigga, you got a PS5 with a crowd full of people. Nigga, that's like a fucking wounded deer in a fucking cheetah pit. You get a PS5 and you got half of these niggas who probably didn't get one. Nigga, them niggas is going to beat you senseless. So I don't know how they was going to do this shit. But if they didn't get that permit, Kai is cooked. He's getting a fine of hell.
Paint cans, bottles, rocks. You had people walking around with shovels, axes, and other tools from
they wildin'.
Construction trade. And additionally, individuals were also lighting fireworks, and they were throwing them towards the police. They were throwing them towards each other. The influencer, we were able to eventually get him out of the park and remove him for safety reasons. Our officers exercised great restraint despite the aggression that they were met with and the acts of violence they were met with. Ultimately, myself and our leadership team, working in tandem with our department attorneys, did declare this gathering an unlawful assembly. The NYPD offered multiple, and I do mean multiple, opportunities for the crowd to leave.
Niggas is from New York. These niggas ain't gonna listen. All they know is suck my dick. Yeah, yeah. What's the vibes? What's the vibes? Yeah, I'm outside. That's all That's all them niggas know. Them niggas is not listening to anything what these niggas fucking talking about.
Try to give them a means of egress for them to exit the park and exit the streets. After numerous warnings and after being assailed, hit with rocks and bottles and other debris, we started to make arrests to clear out the park. The total number of arrests is still being tallied at this point, and we're still doing evaluations for some of our members. We did have members that sustained some injuries out here. At this time, we successfully dispersed the park, but we still have crowds mulling around Manhattan, and we have officers following them, preventing them from destroying property, looting, and other things like that. And we'll continue to be out here, and we'll continue to disperse this crowd until they're all gone. We're using our drone technology to help us monitor the situation. Of course, our aviation unit is up there as well. Our officers still being met with some resistance after numerous warnings, and we're still making some additional arrests. This mobilization is ongoing, and as I said before, we will be here until this crowd disperses. At this point, I'll take any questions.
We're going to start off with Josh Einiger, ABC7. Thank you.
Josh.
We've heard reports of injured officers. A woman told me she saw a cop getting jumped and beat. Your shirt, we have video of you being attacked. Your shirt shows. Can you talk about injuries to members of the service and to your own experience when you've seen that?
Absolutely, Josh. And I believe the woman's account is possibly right, even though I don't know exactly what she's speaking about. Our officers were attacked. We were in there. We were crushed. We were pushed. I had officers on the floor.
Oh yeah, if motherfuckers was injured during this, Kai is about to get fucking cooked. Lawsuits after lawsuits after lawsuits is about to happen because of this shit. Fuck. Damn, yeah. Kai, I fuck with I fuck with them boys heavy. I like everything that they do. You know what I'm saying? New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? That's damn near hometown. I'm glad these boys is up. But they about to hit. They gonna have to put out a statement or some shit. Kai might be missing for a little bit. He gonna have to take a little break. Cause he gonna have to answer to this shit.
As you see, I'm a little embarrassed because I'm very dirty right here, but I was in the middle of the crowd. I was hit with multiple objects as well. I think I have a couple of injuries, but I'll figure that out once I have time to think about it.
Threw rocks at his ass.
But in terms of any officers treated for injuries that you know of?
Yeah, we had one or two officers removed.
See, look. At that point, you ain't trying to get no PS5. You're not trying to meet your favorite influencer. You just trying to be ignorant. Is that a fire extinguisher? What the fuck is that?
And we had officers out here. I had officers.
You just trying to be ignorant at that point.
Got hit and were hurt, but they stayed. They stayed and helped us to control this.
We're gonna go Associated Press.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, sir.
I'm wondering if there is any kind of action that might be taken or could be taken against the influencer.
Look, niggas just throwing shit.
Absolutely. We're in contact with the influencer. I have our legal team here. I'm going to have a discussion with our Commissioner Caban in a little bit, and then we'll make a decision there.
Well, I'm wondering, though, if there's anything specific that you could be charging him with?
Well, we'll discuss with our legal department about inciting a riot and other charges.
Yeah, they gonna hit him with that inciting a riot, especially if he ain't get no permit. Yes, yeah.
Charges.
Right, we're gonna go over to Matt.
Chief, were any of the youths injured? How many of them? What was the extent of the injuries? And was he actually giving away PlayStations, or was that just a claim?
That I'm not sure in terms of the PlayStation. I personally observed young people walking out with their heads bleeding from their heads, bleeding from on their faces. I've seen I personally observed young people having panic attacks, anxiety attacks, asthma attacks. There was multiple, people were suffering out here. It was a lot of people. It was uncontrolled. It took us a while to get it under control, and a lot of young people got hurt.
Was that in confrontation with the police, or was that in the riot?
No, most of it was within the park. The young people in the park throwing objects at each other. They were dancing. They were doing a whole lot of things, but they were hurting each other as they were doing this.
Why were they stealing stuff from the construction site? What was the reason?
That I don't have an answer for.
Matt, we're gonna move on. Mark Morales, CNN.
Mark.
What's the estimate as to how many people were here, and where is this YouTuber streaming now? What precinct is he?
We do have him. I don't know exactly which precinct he's in. We have him. In terms of people, there was thousands of people out here. It wasn't hundreds of people. It was thousands, and mostly young people out here.
All right, Dean Moses, AM New York.
This isn't the first time something like this has happened after a giveaway. You guys are looking to try and prevent this in the future?
We're going to definitely work on this. This is something we will have an after-action review in terms of how we responded, how we're monitoring social media, and how we can prevent this in the future. We have encountered things like this before, but it never to this level of dangerousness where young people would not listen to our commands. They were fighting each other, they were hurting each other, and they were turning on us.
Because they know it's thousands of people, and there's only so many cops that you can have out there. I bet you if you'd have brought the army niggas, them niggas would have went the fuck home. But it was just too many people. Thousands of people. You don't got that many officers. You can't arrest everybody. So niggas was acting a fucking fool.
Acts on us. We had to defend ourselves and we had to make arrests.
Alfredo Costa, Telemundo.
Approximately, Chief.
And half of these motherfuckers is teenagers. So it's like, what you gonna do? Stomp at a fucking teen? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't gonna really... Damn. I heard, I spelled that nigga name wrong. Duke Dennis, did he get arrested too? Duke Dennis got arrested. Agent got arrested. All them niggas got arrested, nigga. Them niggas Damn.
Yo, where's security? I only got two niggas. They only got two. Yo, where's Spinal now? Yo, what's Bob? Right there. Yo, Uncle! Nah, I need to get over there, bro. This nigga ass. Oh, they locked up Duke, nigga.
Police coming and shit. It's a problem.
Yo, that's
You shut this shit down. They about to shut this shit down.
Yo, report that shit. Why we locking up Duke? Yo, locking up Duke. Yo, nah, why this shit though?
Not the big drop. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. You would have thought Drake was out there, but that's fucking crazy. But let me know what y'all think about the situation. Like, comment, subscribe. Damn. Hey, at least Kai know that he got heavy motion. But they about to find the shit out his black ass. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.